Hey, what's going on, Bigville TV viewers? Quick, fast video before I step out and try to find myself a router on sale. And if I don't find one on super sale, I'm just not gonna buy one. And just want to go through a couple of speakers that I've had over the years. This is one of the very first. Um, oh man, I think that was the first speaker I ever had in the car. One of the first I've ever had in the car. That and my Blue Thunder. I had a Blue Thunder as well. Hanging out at Triangle Electronics. That's what happens when you hang out at Triangle Electronics. You know, when you're growing up as a kid. But Cadence Shockwave, JL Audio, one of my favorites of Fosgate, besides the Punch Powers and the TRFs. This speaker right here, hands down all around, was really good on music. I still own mine. Definitely plan on seeing PSI for recombs. If you ever need a recomb, PSI. They do really good with these HX2s. Bazooka. If you were growing up, or if you was around car audio in the 80s / early 90s, guaranteed you saw at least one or two of these in a car, and at least 2 to 4 inside of a SUV or a van. They were really cool. Everybody know that Frankenwoofer video. I had a 10. Who didn't have CVR? That's when I first found out about Kicker Comp back in the day. Had these when they first came out. They would buy one, get one free at Unitech Sounds in Lansing, Illinois. I think that's Lansing. Not too far from River Oaks. Shopping Mall. Oh man. First time I ever heard a Q-Logic box. Had a set of Vegas in it. Well, inside a car. You know, they specialize in home audio as well. Oh yeah, that Punch Power. It's a Punch Power DVC. Good old TRF. Had one. Didn't see a car, unfortunately, for the simple fact that one of the coils was shot and suspension was messed up, and actually sold it for a Phoenix Gold M100, I think it was. Good old fashioned Punch DVC. Oh, infamous JBL 1000. JBL Power GT series. They went in my car right after this thing right here. This was the Midwest version of the Funky Pup. You can buy these two for $35, or some places buy one get one free for $35. In other words, two for $35. Or you can buy a single for $20. My friend John gave me this thing. It did surprisingly well. I was amazed with it. You know, just the brand, and Pyle isn't a real bad. It's not a bad brand. They've been doing DJ equipment for quite a while. It's just that they get laughed upon in the car audio industry sometimes because they do have a lot of cheap woofers, but then again they do have their next level up, which is a better quality, and it's a better sound as well. I mean, they do have some great sounding products, so don't get my words mixed. Blue Thunder. The Pioneer IMPPs. I think those were liquid cooled, if I'm not mistaken. I had those when they first came out. Inside my first Bandpass box. Yep. D52. Had that in my room. Fosgate Fantic Woofer. Buy one, get one free at Music Emotion. I think I paid $50 for that speaker because I actually worked the rest of the tab off inside the shop. Yeah, I started cardio like back in the Lord, my goodness, I don't want to get the messing up years. Kind of semi-professionally, late 90s, early 2000s. Just an extreme hobbyist, but I was really into electronics. I've always been to taking things apart and fixing things, TVs, radios, you name it. Ever since I got a soldering iron in my hand, it just went from there, and was able to read, the diagrams and stuff like that. It took off. But anyway, these right here that you're looking at, oh my goodness, Earthquake Magmas dual 3-ohm woofer with the passive radiator. I remember that speaker so well. That was my bathroom subwoofer. I actually had that in my bathroom cabinet. So I had bass when I poop, you know. Yeah, don't ask. I was an extreme bass head, you know. Growing up, I had a lot of speakers in my room and all throughout the house, just collecting and hooking them up. Uh, Memphis C3s, had those in the Frankenbox. And speaking of the Frankenbox, there's that Frankenbox in my car. I actually put my HX2s in after I sold the C3s. And, you know, it did okay. This actually, you know, was my first time turning the speakers around facing into the cab. The tiles that you see are basically, you know, just the makeshift way of kind of semi-sealing off. It's not really a good seal, of course, but naturally spray foam and of course a panel, you know, to actually seal it completely off. It's supposed to be the best way to gain, you know, your maximum for, you know, decibels, sound pressure. They say sealing off into the cab is the best, but you know everybody has an opinion. You know, some face the rear, some like the port firing to the side, subs facing in with a lot of space around them. I've seen those setups do extremely well, especially this year 2016. But it's really subjective. I mean, it really depends on the car as well. Uh, but like I said, back to the little history lesson a little bit. I started out professionally, kind of sort of semi-professionally, cleaning up inside sound shops. Basically, free labor for knowledge. I would literally, you know, have your shop speak and span just so that I could sit back and watch, you know, or sit back and just let you talk, you know, and I would sit back and my mind would be a sponge. My brain would literally become just an extreme absorbent. Uh, and then I started pulling panels, and that was about the furthest I went there. Um, a lot of times I went in there just to hang out. Like after school, I would literally just stay in there until they closed. Sometimes when they just got tired and kicked me out or said, "Oh, we going to lunch," but they really didn't go to lunch. That type of thing. Yeah, I wasn't a bug or nothing. It's just like, man, just that one guy that just stands around and just sits around like, beat it. That was me, unfortunately. But I love cardio, so um, that's pretty much where it went from there. And then I did a lot of, you know, work for myself, a lot of word of mouth because we didn't have internet like that. It wasn't no such thing as Facebook, no MySpace, no YouTube, no anything. It was all really word of mouth, and um, that was pretty much it. You know, did a lot of friends installs, then they friends. Had opportunities to work at different shops during that time, but you know, life was in a different direction. I eventually wound up working in a couple of sound shops, local sound shops out here, um, and learned a lot. And my knowledge went from there, and I just started getting off into fabricating over the last couple of years. You know, like you see the my iPad and the dashboard, and you know, just building my own boxes, designing my own boxes, and you know, I'm very humble. Then you know, I'm just gonna sit back and say I'm just gonna learn as much as I can. And oh yeah, this was when I had tried to find one of my pictures on the net, and then I found my Frankenbox here. But when I typed it in, Memphis C3 and Frankenbox, it actually sent me to this site right here. And I don't know whose site that is, but you know, shouts out to whoever you are. You know, if you like my video, or you know, you found it, you know, informational, you just, you know, it just impacted you in a positive manner. Hey, shouts out, man. If you feel sharing it is cool, hey, I feel it's cool too. You know, as long as you ain't making no money on it without me, you know, then it's gonna be a problem. I'm coming for you, but nah, I don't mind that at all. Especially if it's helping someone. But that's pretty much it about me. Y'all stay tuned. I'm about to post another bass video after this one here. So hope everybody had a good holiday, and I hope everybody have a good upcoming holiday. You know, the Christmas thing is coming up, so y'all just be nice to people, you know, and bass on, and keep those hobbies alive, y'all. Always have something to do in your spare time. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace out.